No, he's been forced into a corner where he has to get money quickly, and he unfortunately every time he strays, he thinks of Charlie wherever she is, right there on his hand. What? So going back into the way he was pre-Charlie is a big moral dilemma for him, but he has to provide for the family, and these boys have gone all the trouble to get Danny out. They've made a mess, and he's got to kind of clean it up, which is what he does, and it forces him to he's sort of walking in between the good and bad, but he sort of has to momentarily divert back into
which is it's bad for him, but it's exciting for the audience. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I had some chiropractic lessons and fucking bills because I'd have to look up at him because he's like, I'm tall. I think I'm the tallest character on the show, and he's at least half a foot taller than I am. So we all had kind of neck injuries from acting here, and you'd have to walk through the door, and they'd have to make sure he'd duck under it, otherwise he'd hit it.
I know. I requested an apple box for all of my scenes.
And he was living in this tiny little caravan, and every time he'd walk in, he'd hit something in the light.
No, it was great. He was just the real deal from the first time
we met him.
Yeah. He just turned up here with an old singlet top on, dressed pretty much like this, thongs and trackies, and he's the type of bloke that had some really fascinating stories from his own life, and he wasn't a big noter about him. He wouldn't throw these stories out that made him sound a certain way. If you drag them out, he had some amazing stuff, and it informed what we all did, I think.
Pretty frightening.
Yeah.
Some of the stories. You didn't want to get on his bad side because he knew some characters that you wouldn't want to get involved with.
And he's a giant of a bloke too, and he's worked as a bouncer and a boxer, and it's good to see blokes like him acting because they're real. They don't, they're just the real thing.
They might not have the typical Summer Bay look, which I don't even know what that is. But
no, it's probably not him though.
No, I'd go as far as to say it's not him, but he definitely looked the part. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, well, I think this storyline coming up, especially for Casey, is going to be the biggest one for a while, and it sets into motion a lot of different character changes, and it's kind of the beginning of him becoming the person he's going to eventually be, and it goes from quite a kind of safe dynamic to something which no one's going to see coming, and it puts Casey through some things which none of the Braxton boys have gone through, and none of the characters on Home and Away have been through either. So it's going to be pretty exciting and pretty full on. It's a different side of Casey. Yeah, I reckon it was.
Yeah, there were some challenging moments, but whenever the circumstances are like, we got to do a lot of location stuff, and whenever it's all your surroundings are real, and the bloke in front of you looks like a bloody frightening big bikie, then the acting part of it takes care of itself. You kind of just go in there and do it. So yeah, some emotionally some really good stuff coming up for Casey, and Brax in a different way sort of is always there trying to fix everything up. And there is a very big problem that comes up, and Casey is very involved, and Brax then becomes very involved, and then that is the catalyst for some stories that I don't think, one that has never been done on the show.
Never.
And we've just done it, and
we just came back from it.
We're
still reeling.
Yeah. It was probably the best
experience.
Yeah, one of the best 7 days of my life. Yeah. And I think,
the hardest.
I couldn't believe we got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very lucky. So yeah, you got a lot to look forward to. You wait till you see the stuff coming up for Casey and Brax and Heath too. It's all very exciting.
Stay tuned, guys, for some really exciting storylines coming up with the Braxton brothers. I hope you really like it. It's going to change the way people see the show, and hopefully you enjoy everything coming up.
Pretty damn exciting. I'm going to tape it and watch it.
You have to, though. You just like watching yourself.
I do. I don't really.